So, welcome back to episode 17 of Joga Bonito. As you see, it's a two-man operation this week. Luke, no Fraser along, but how are you doing?
I'm very well, thanks, Callum. I'm very well. Excited for today. Can't wait to get started.
It's going to be a good episode. We were just talking before as well. The football's finished.
Yeah, it's a weird time.
It's a sad time.
It's a sad time, and it's a weird time, I think.
Yeah, I know. Saturday's come around. I don't know what I'm doing with myself. What do you do on a Saturday when the football's not on?
I don't know, mate. Like, I'm trying to find new hobbies. You know, I really like.
I'd
like to get into golf, but
get into golf. Yeah, I'd like a bit of golf as well. When the weather's been good recently as well, nice day out. Yeah. I'm just not very good at it. Yeah. That's my issue.
And the thing is, I need to.
I like the idea of the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Saturday afternoon out, the boys go for a pint afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, they got the 19th hole. That's the one I turn up for.
Oh, very good, very smooth. I like that.
That would be lovely. So, but no Fraser today. No, our part-time co-worker, I guess. Yeah. Not turning up to work today again. Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I'm heartbroken, Callum.
Heartbroken.
But I feel like it's going to be a really good show without him, to be honest. But like we've got a lot in store.
We do have a lot in store,
and we've got a lot to cover. So,
what's the theme for today's episode then, Luke? Let the people know.
So we're going to be talking about kind of the fallout from the playoffs, from Livi Ross Trent County there, but
of course.
From the Livi County game, and also just talk all things Scottish football as we always do.
That is, that is very true, very wise. We do talk all things Scottish football around here, but it's going to be, I like how you put that, the fallout of the playoffs. Yeah. So we'll get into that very soon. Got shirt of the week behind you this week, Luke. One of your choices as well. Lovely to see.
I was trying to struggle a wee bit with shirt of the week this week, but I felt like I had to kind of highlight a wee bit of United to Prevent Suicide. That's a good cause. And I always remember, they released the first batch of these tops, and I was really annoyed that I didn't manage to get one, but they're a nice wee top.
It's a really nice design as well. It's been a brilliant cause, yeah.
So I decided I think that's a good one for shirt of the week, and so
very nice pick, and fits in beautifully here in the Maguire household.
Oh,
the Maguire household, looking lovely as ever. Of course, people don't see it around the camera, but it's beautiful around here. So the Maguires keep a tight household.
Oh, too kind, Cal. Actually, they're so kind.
Any relation to Lizzie?
No, unfortunately not. No relation to Lizzie. But
you sure?
Nah.
You dug deep enough?
Nah. But to be fair, I feel like I need to do a wee bit of research, and I think I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay, that'd be lovely. I'd like to walk in one day and see Lizzie. Well, if she was a real person, but
Lindsay Lohan. Is it Lindsay Lohan?
No, it's not. It's not Lindsay Lohan. You're testing my knowledge of.
I'm sure that is actually. Is it?
It's not Hilary Duff, maybe.
Let's have a wee.
This is a different tangent here. Yeah. Let's talk of Lizzie McGuire. Who thought they'd get that on today? You said we were talking all things Scottish football. Instead, we're here talking about Lizzie McGuire.
Oh, it's Hilary Duff.
Hilary Duff. There you go. There's a bit of knowledge from me there. You're a Lizzie McGuire fan?
I've never actually really watched it, to be honest.
Why? It's literally the name, you know.
I know it's the family name, but no, I haven't actually.
Well, get watching.
Yeah, no. Right. I feel like I'm going to get slander from some people for that, but.
You should do. It's literally named after you. It could be one of your relatives. Hilary Duff, she's lovely as well, you know. She's all grown up now. I think she was in How I Made Your Father. Have you seen any of that?
No.
The sort of unsuccessful sort of follow-up to How I Met Your Mother. It wasn't a great show. I didn't enjoy it too much. But
didn't it not have as much iconic moments as How I Met Your Mother?
Or the playoff finals wasn't as iconic as that either.
Very good. There we go. We're back on track.
Look, Monday night football it was this week. Unfortunately, I play sevens every single Monday, so I didn't get to catch the action live, but I've caught up on all of that. I've dissected the game, and as soon as I got my car...
You've done your research.
I was keeping a close eye on this one, obviously. We're two people with close ties to the Championship. You as a Falkirk fan, that lovely Falkirk shirt on. Not quite so much anymore, but this was going to impact you a lot either way. And I went on to play my game of sevens, and Ross County were 2 goals up. And I said, right, Livingston away next season again. Here we come. Yeah. Right, not getting away from this place. Get back in my car, and I had to double take at my phone. I was like, what the heck's happened here?
Yeah, that was
Livingston 4-2. An unbelievable result. 4 brilliant goals in that game, Luke.
Yeah.
What a match.
We kind of touched on it before recording. I think every single bit of every single goal that Livi scored was a goal of quality.
Robbie Muirhead's Carlin goal to give them the lead was just stunning.
Unbelievable.
And type of quality that he's got, most definitely.
He's a great player, and I'm looking forward to actually seeing him on the big stage of the Premiership next year.
Yeah.
I think he's got that quality. It was Morton who was at before.
Morton before.
Yeah.
Bit of a slow burner of a player.
Yeah.
Sort of, if you've not seen much of Robbie Muirhead, I think quite a bit of a confidence player. Wants to be comfortable where he's playing. And after a couple of years at Livingston, really sort of became Morton became the talisman. I'd sort of say, sort of towards the end, took him on there, and then he's obviously kicked on. I think we've touched on this before. It's crazy that they had him and George Oakley in the same team and lost them both. Yeah. And but Robbie Muirhead, I agree, a player that will be really interested to see how he can sort of like kick on next season
and take that step. Yeah, I think it's interesting him and then there was I'm just really actually quite excited to see what Livi do next year. They've got a good squad of players. I was looking at, I had never actually really watched Tete Yengi as a player, but just his physicality.
Oh, I know, yeah.
He's
I remember when one of the very first episodes of we did the draft for Championship wingers, and I said Tete Yengi's physicality is the biggest steal in here because he's 6'5", powerful. There's so much he could probably do, and he has moments of quality, as he saw that last goal he scored, but he'll be another one to watch out for, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited to see what they do. And then I actually found it quite funny. So you were saying that you were on your way, you found out the score after football, and it finished 4-2. I had came back from working in Glasgow, and I had literally got in the house, switched it on 4-2, and it was literally showing all 4 of the goals.
Yeah.
And I was taken away by them all, but then I was also quite shocked by Chris Boyd's comments as well. He talked about how the keeper should have done better for every single goal, and I was a bit
it's Chris Boyd though, isn't it?
And I was thinking, one of them was a curling effort that's went
I know, top bins.
Top bins. The free kick is unlucky, I feel.
Yeah.
And I just found it quite funny. I felt that had to kind of be highlighted a wee bit. So.
Well, I feel like it's the first time maybe Chris Boyd would watch a game between a Championship team and a team at the bottom of the Premiership, or that sort of ilk, when Rangers and Celtic aren't involved. So
the quality's not as good.
Probably says that. James McFadden's not getting excused for that Kevin Dabrowski one at Queen's Park. You remember when he was like, keeper should be catching that. He tipped over the bar down and say it backwards. Yeah,
so funny.
Not quite that level of madness, but. Were you slightly surprised by that result? So I watched the first leg, and I actually thought Livingston were fantastic in the game.
Yeah.
Probably should have won it by a couple goals. And then Ross County get that last-minute equaliser. And when that happened, it just felt, this is Ross County pulling them back in. This is kind of what they've done in the playoffs. They did it against Rafe. Went to Starks Park, got a narrow win, and as soon as Rafe scored a goal to get back into it, made it 2-1. I think it was Ross Matthews that scored last year's game.
Yeah.
You were like, maybe we've got a chance, and we went up to Dingwall and very quickly kind of just got the life drawn out of us again. Yeah. They're really good at that, I think. And
they can do that momentum shift.
Yeah, and obviously just experience of being there in these games against Partick Thistle as well. Obviously 3-0 down with 20 minutes left to go. I think that mentality was really important for them in last season's one. They looked like they'd been there. They didn't look like they were too nervous by the stage.
Yep.
So I thought, right, as soon as Ronan Hale made it 1-0 with that penalty, I was like, right, they'll go home, and I think they should take care of this quite comfortably.
Yeah.
2-0 up, I was like, right, this is kind of what I expected. However, I really did think Livingston were the better team at the same time at home.
Yeah,
and I thought, my overall thought was, if they can't put them away here, they're probably going to struggle on the road. But that second half, and David Martindale said he believed in his team the whole time as well.
Yeah, he said as soon as they got that goal to make it 2-1, he said that he could see his team go on to win the game, which I feel is really ambitious from David, but it just shows how much of a belief that he does have in his 100%. Squad, and I do respect that. So
yeah, I mean, it does mark off what has turned out to be a pretty brilliant season for them, winning the Challenge Cup, getting promoted, fewest defeats in the league, least goals conceded as well. I don't think you ask much more than that.
They were a very defensively solid team.
Yeah.
I remember I went to Falkirk Livi right at the start of the season in the home game, and it was 0-0. But Livi defended very well. They were very solid as a unit. And Falkirk were unlucky that night not to win the game because their goal got disallowed. But I still think they looked very solid. Ryan McGowan at the back,
really good.
He's a very experienced defender, and he can drive the team forward. So yeah, I think he's massive for going into the Premiership as well.
But I do think you're right about Livingston. Definitely the way they've played. That it's been different though as well to previous seasons where they were already known for their defensive solidity.
Yeah.
Martindale had them set up as a Premiership team that were difficult to beat more than anything. Yeah. And I thought it was really interesting what I've seen at the start of the season. David Martindale was saying that it's been refreshing to come down to the Championship and his game plans are set up for, right, this is how we're going to play. This is how we're going to take the game to the opposition, rather than every single week playing a Celtic, playing a Rangers, and then even a Hibs or Hearts, whatever it might be. And it's how are we going to react to them? How are we going to be reactive? He said it's been brilliant to come in and be proactive. And then he's also came out this week and said that when they go up, they're going to keep playing attacking football.
I respect that.
Which is a risk, but I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I'm really excited, actually. I think the ceiling's quite high for Livi next year.
I think the ceiling's high, but the floor's quite low as well. There's quite a wide sort of mix. I don't know what they're going to be. But if you do what I think, I like that mentality of going up and say, we're going to play this way. I think you've seen teams eventually just, if they are playing that negative sort of defensive football at times, just eventually it catches up. Something like St Johnstone, for example, has caught up with them a bit over time. Whilst if you do go up and you are expansive, you're open, we've seen teams go up and immediately have success. Top 6 finishes, Dundee United, Dundee the season before, Kilmarnock, all had really good seasons, bouncing back up. Maybe not been quite as strong like since, look at Dundee and Killie dropping off a little bit, but definitely has potential if they keep that momentum going, keep flying. I think that's 7 of the last 8 teams that have been relegated as well, bounced straight back up as well. Something I was reading.
That's an impressive stat, to be fair.
So it's not like, I think David Martindale said it was quite rare for a team to get relegated. He did say that after the game, come straight back up. Everyone's done it but Hamilton, so I don't know where he was coming from with them. You can blame his mate Brian Rice for that one. Not getting Hamilton back up. But I think they'll have a good shot next season, but it could also be a massive risk, I think, playing that. But they've certainly found success with a really attacking front three, sort of, which has changed as the season's gone on. It's Lewis Smith, Tete Yankees dropped to the bench, Christian Montano on the left, like Robin Muirhead through the middle.
I like that Tristan Montano as well, actually, I think.
He's got backs of experience, left back, left wing back, left wing. So like if they,
Jack of all trades,
probably someone they want to keep on for next season. The fans like him a lot, but that front three is really sort of like, as the season's gone on, you've seen Stephen May come into it at times. Stephen May turning 33 next year. I don't know if he's someone you really want to hang your hat on in the Premiership again.
To be fair, I think the Championship was his level. I think he's changed the player. I don't know. I was just say I think he's a Dunfermline signing, but
I feel like Livingston it'd be silly if they didn't have a conversation about him, because he's certainly been important and could fill a role his experience. He's scored goals in the Premiership.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's then getting to the point where you've got your settled sort of front three, and it's like, what are we going to add to this, But they've got really good players in that team. Jamie Brandon, I think, has been so impressive wherever he's played. Versatility, centre mid, right back, whatever it might be.
And he looked good the other night as well. I think he was trying to play in the midfield.
Yeah, he's been brilliant in there. I think so much energy, and then Macaulay Tate's been so important for them too. If they can get him back, they'd love to. Jerome Pereira in goal. I think he's comfortably a Premiership goalkeeper as well. So good signs. Look, you just can't get away from them though, can you? Falkland, get back up and. You're gonna have another trip to Livingston. More Grangemouth pat to come.
I saw a tweet that, to be fair, actually it made me chuckle. And it was a Falkirk fan after Livy missed out on the title, and they said enjoy our growth away this next season. Under a comment, and then Livy dug that tweet up, and they went, nah, we prefer a wee trip to Grangemouth.
They do. Their admin has been on a bender, hasn't he? I don't know what's going on with that. So
it was just digging up all the receipts and thinking, I'll reflect to that one.
Yeah, I've bookmarked that one.
The bookmarks must have been endless, to be honest. But yeah,
Livy admin's been on one, but we won't miss them too much next season. Certainly from a Championship perspective, we've swapped Falkirk and Ross County for St Johnstone and Ross County. What's that?
Falkirk and Livy.
Falkirk and Livy, sorry, that's what I meant, sorry. Yes, of course. Which, from a travelling point of view, a few more miles on the car for me, but I'm looking forward to it. I think that's good.
I'm very jealous that you're doing it to Dingwall, because that's been one that's been on my list for ages, and I really wanted to go. I
know, I've been telling about all the pubs up there and everything like that.
Yeah, you've been hyping it up, and I'm just like, the Mallard.
Yeah, you've seen all the people on tour, all the Hearts fans and everything like that, being like, what a loss. But we'll take it.
A few of my mate, it's always my mate that's a Motherwell fan. he always posts like when he goes to the Mallard.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like,
yeah.
is it always a sunny day? When, like,
Different
Mother's
climate
Day,
up there, mate. Different climate up there.
That's it, definitely.
I'm telling you.
The Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah. So I'm buzzing for that. So and I've never actually been to a St Johnstone game. So
Really?
no, never been. So that's another one to tick off the list.
Class.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So looking forward to that. So that's sort of looking at the Premiership perspective of it. Just to finish off, who do you think will finish higher next season? Quickly, Falkirk or Livi?
Livi.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think?
Yeah.
Because that's obviously going to be good competition down towards the bottom. It's going to be a tough division next year. I don't really know who, if you're Falkirk or Livi, looking at it like who are we going to draw in? You know, who's going to get pulled into that relegation fight next year? A lot of question marks. What's happening at Dundee? You know,
So there's quite a lot happening there.
what's happening at Motherwell managerial wise. Killy have bought in Stuart Catherwell, which I don't mind, but it's had a lot of backlash to it. So it's going to be interesting to see sort of who is down there at the bottom. But the Championship is going to be a tough division next season, I think, because after we've had a bit of... It was sort of a season of, like, had a lot of parity, I think, the Championship this year. I spoke about that a lot at the start, you know, chatting away with like yourself and Fraser, looking at the league, that before we obviously started the podcast, but I really felt like the leagues were almost set up in a way where there was the Premiership and the Championship, certainly, where I was like, everyone was kind of in the correct divisions.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like Falkirk's not as big a club. Obviously, I think they're a bigger club than, you know, sort of a lot of the Premiership clubs, but certainly like finances, pool, there was no one in the league where you look at for the first time in ages in the Championship. I was like, yeah, they should probably be the team.
Yeah,
they're heavy favourites for it, you know, and it really felt like all 10 teams in that league, honestly, if you're being honest, at the start of the season, even Airdrie is in that conversation. You're like, they could make a run at the title.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They could, all 10 could be sucked in at the bottom.
Yeah.
So next year, we're going to have St Johnstone and we're going to have Ross County in the league. And Ross County financial question marks have came out as well about them. I was looking at a BBC article as well that was saying, BBC reports saying that basically for their wage bill, for every £100 coming into the club, they're spending £102 on player wages.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that.
And the UEFA regulations say that the recommendations to it should be £70 spent on wages to every £100 bought in, and they're like right up there.
Yeah.
So apparently they're still going to get backed by their owner to make a push for promotion, but that will give a few question marks. They've sort of been punching above their weight.
There might be a few players that will be.
Well, it depends how heavy can they go, because I think they built a really good squad last time they came down to the Championship and bounced straight back up again.
Brian Graham was in that squad.
It may well have been, I think.
He scored against Falkirk on the final day.
That's it, yeah.
They won the league.
We were in League One then. I remember like we played them in the Challenge Cup and lost 5-0, I think. So not too many good memories from that one. But I think Kevin Nisbet played like right wing back in that game. An interim spell under Kevin Cuthbert. You remember the goalkeeper managed us for 2 games.
Actually.
When Barry Smith left before John McGlynn came back and he was playing some like back 3, Kevin Nisbet right wing back, and I'm like,
did it me?
No, that's
a disaster.
Like a year and a half later, he's playing for Scotland up front against England at Wembley, and I'm like, right, this is just a weird transformation. Playing Brecon away and Ross County getting pumped. But yeah, so I've got massively distracted there from my conversation. But I think Ross County will look to build a strong squad again. A fair few players signed up. Scott Allardyce was released, I saw. I thought maybe it'd be someone they keep on for the Championship. I'm not sure. Yeah. But meanwhile, whilst they've been playing games, trying to work out what division they're in, St Johnstone have already been making signings and secured 2 big players in Jack Baird, Morgan Boys, both from Morton. Yeah. And they're also linked to Jamie Gullen as well from Rafe.
That's an interesting one, yeah.
Which are all the kind of signings that I quite like, if I'm St Johnstone. I think it's a good idea to come down to the Championship and to build your squad really full of players that know the level, because it's such a tough league.
Definitely.
And obviously they've got a manager that's, not experienced as a manager before as well, coming in, sort of first experience managing in Scotland, let alone in the Championship, which is a tough division. He said he's watched a lot of it, watched a lot of tape, Championship League One, try and find the players they want. And certainly in Jack Baird especially, I think you've got someone that knows the division inside out and is one of the most solid defenders you'll find. He's
a proven defender in that league, and I think he is definitely the kind of player that you need. I'm trying to think. He was part of that title squad that was at St Mirren.
Mm-hmm. I think it was, yeah.
And I think he's been at a lot of clubs in the Championship, and I feel that he'll be able to show that, like, bring that experience to that back line.
Yeah.
as well.
Well,
So.
29 years old, so it's sort of a great age.
Yeah,
Definitely. Great age.
I forgot he was at Ayr United actually.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, so he's just got bags of experience at the level, and I think that's so important. And for Morton, every time I watch him, he's just you'd be so comfortable with him in your defence. You don't have to worry about Jack Baird back there. But they're the kind of signings I like. I look at Dundee United when they came down and they added Holt and Doherty from Partick Thistle, and just almost nabbing players as well from teams that might be looking to push on to the playoffs himself, and add them to your core just to build around from the existing players you had before. You want to keep players like that, maybe a few gambles, you might look at further afield, but just building a core that's going to be strong. So I think St Johnstone, that's a really good start to them. And you do look at them in Ross County and think they're going to look to push up high, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens across the league. And disappointing for Morton as well to lose a couple of their really
their standout players over
solid players
this season,
because still questions about Dougie Imrie as well, if he's going to be at Partick, because he's massively linked to the Partick Thistle job at the minute. So between him and Brian Graham, I think he'd be I don't know how enthralled everyone is by it, but I think he's such a good manager from the resources he's had to the job he's done at Morton so consistently, not quite kicking into the playoffs, but they've been close and losing key players every year as well, and still not really feeling the effects of it. I think it'd be a great appointment for Partick Thistle. The football's not always brilliant. I think the one concern is that if you do bring him in, you lose Brian Graham as a player.
Yes,
which is probably what you don't want, ideally.
I think it's pretty sad that Brian Graham does want to step away, but part of it is very understandable.
Yeah.
And he has been a great servant too.
Well, I think he said he doesn't know if he's going to come back as a player until he knows if he's going to be the manager. That's sort of it. So that's the ultimate leverage to have. But I wish I had that much power in any job I've ever had.
Why were they?
Well, we're not sure if you're the right guy for the manager. Well, I'm not going to play for you anymore then. You're like, damn, we've just lost the top scorer in the league as well then.
Wild.
And also, if anyone wants to appoint him as a manager, you're like, here you go. You're, as well as getting me as a manager, well, if you want to take me as a manager, he's got his track record's not unreal, but it's not bad either, but it's not too proven. But you're like, if you take me as your manager, you can also get 15 goals as well. So I think if there's any other managerial merry-go-rounds going on, you'd probably take a look at him. So
he is 36, but he can still bang in the goals.
100%. You saw that in the running, especially. So I don't know. That's going to be an interesting one. But if Morton lose Dougie Imrie, I would be a bit worried for them. I don't know who they. Obviously, largely depending on who they'd bring in. But I think he's done so much to sort of just keep the ship sailing very comfortably when it could be quite rocky water.
There has been a few things that are a bit oh dear.
Well, I think you look at the squad at the start of every season and you're like, where's the spark here? What's going to come in and brings in players that you maybe aren't always that confident on, and they've kicked on and been really good. Like players like Grant Gillespie, I saw going in and I feel bad for picking him out, but I'm only picking him out because he's been so impressive as a player. I remember seeing at Rafe in League One and thinking, he's not the kind of guy that would, kick us on, out of League One into the bottom of the Championship, just survival. But he's been really comfortable there, captain. Players like we've mentioned Robbie Muirhead before, George Oakley, all kicking on and under him. So interesting to see where he goes. If he goes to Partick, they might like to compete. Rafe again, see what business happens as well. Still need to sign up a fair bit of the squad at the Rovers. So I'm not too sure what the top of the league will look like, but I know it's going to be entertaining, Luke.
It's going to be a tasty one. I'm looking forward to when we get round to doing our season predictions again, that's always good fun.
And you're looking forward to Livingston away?
No.
As a Falkirk kind of heart's leaning.
Cannot stand
that's going to be a lot of trips to Almondvale. A lot of trips to the designer outlet if you want.
I love the designer outlet. It's the only good thing in Livingston, to be honest.
Wow.
I'm only joking. But I'm not a fan of Livingston away, to be honest.
No. It's not. It didn't rank too high in our stadium rankings. So.
No.
Anyway, well, that's one to look forward to next season. I'm looking forward to Ross County St Johnstone. It's going to be two brilliant divisions, and stay subscribed to Joga Bonito.
Yeah, because it's going to be exciting.
All the previews, all the talk about it. I'm sure we'll come back, probably do some really early predictions of our league tables for Premiership and the Championship.
Yeah.
League 1, League 2 as well. We'll touch on, of course. We give a bit of representation to everything around here because we love Scottish football.
We do.
According to some comments we've received.
You cannot watch it.
We've been whacking Scottish football. That's not what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Trying to promote it. All right, we promise. Please believe us. So, look, we've got some challenges to come up.
We do.
Before that, we'll have a quick word. We're off to a fun event tonight.
We are. I'm really excited, Callum.
You buzzing?
Yeah, I
Buzzing,
actually
son.
am. Yeah.
We're off to the capital.
We are indeed. I'm ready to do. See when we're driving up to the station. The party tunes are going to be on.
Oh, is it? Okay, right. Who's giving? We're driving up ourselves, are we? I was like, if your mum's giving us a lift up,
We're still putting the tunes on.
we'll get the party tunes on because we're heading through to Edinburgh for Street Soccer Scotland. They've got a fantastic new initiative, and we won't. I don't think we'll give too much about it away because I mean it's public information. You can find it on their socials, but we're not going to let you find it that easy because we're going to be releasing a vlog this coming week as well, ideally.
Yes.
A few things on the socials as well. So keep an eye out for that. This is going to be really exciting. It's all to do with sort of finding new homes for football kids. That's sort of what we could maybe say on that. But it's going to be fun, isn't it?
Yeah, can't wait. It's going to be a great fun night with some special guests as well. So
Yeah, we're going to enjoy it.
yeah,
We're going to enjoy it respectfully.
yes, definitely.
We'll have fun, but not too much fun.
Yeah, but be disciplined.
Just a couple beers.
Yeah.
We'll enjoy it. We'll enjoy it, but enjoy it by being disciplined.
Yeah,
There we go.
I like that.
That's beautiful.
There. Yeah.
Right, challenge time.
Yes, can't wait. Let's go.
Sing us a song whilst I load it up.
It's time to play the game.
It's time to play the freaking game, Luke.
Yeah.
All right.
Woo.
You're going to be challenged first.
Oh,
You're going to be mentally challenged by these questions. Okay. So, Luke, I want you to work out the player's career path based off their Wikipedia pages.
I love this. This is great fun.
All right, career path. You've got 6 to go through. Okay, and I actually need to remember who the players are first as well. Because if I've forgotten, that's a bit embarrassing.
A bit tragic.
Okay. Which one do I give you first, buddy?
Oh.
I might give you a bit of an easier one here. So I have crossed out some of the teams to make it more difficult. I'm going to give you one with a nice clean sweep.
Okay.
I've crossed no one out in this one. I think a nice comfortable start here. I hope you can get this one.
Jeez, overdrawn.
So started at Lewis, went to Wycombe Wanderers, Peterborough, Norwich City on loan, Norwich City permanently, 280 appearances there. Loan spell at Rangers, Walsall, and retired at Milton Keynes. 29 caps for Scotland as well.
What the heck, man?
Now, I think the key you're looking on here, Luke, is 284 appearances for Norwich City.
Yeah, no, that's the one that.
With a wee loan spell at Rangers to finish it off.
Yeah, no, that's. I'm trying to think here.
29 international caps as well, so
Fairly
not a crucial player for Scotland, but played a fair bit for Scotland. English Premier League.
Yeah. Oh, man.
For a long time.
Yeah. Oh, my word.
So he's a Scotland international, but as you can see, youth career at Brighton, so he's an English player.
Yeah.
Well, an English-born player, I should say, sorry, that represented Scotland. We stumping you at number 1.
Yeah, mate, I'm struggling.
This is
here.
gutting.
My word.
I'll give you a little clue.
Oh.
Right, you've got 2 options for a clue. I can give you some bonus information, or I can give you their position.
Change around the position.
I'll give you a centre back.
Okay. I should say Russell Martin.
It is Russell Martin.
Is it? Okay.
Say it with some confidence,
Yeah,
buddy.
okay.
Say it again,
Okay.
but just...
Russell Martin.
Yeah! I knew it the whole time.
I had it in the back of my head, but I was. Oh,
Yeah,
man,
well done. You got it. Good job.
Cheers.
I cropped out the managerial bit.
Oh, of course,
make it a
yeah.
bit more
Oh,
like-
yeah, okay.
Right, number 2.
Thank goodness.
Right. Here's your next one. I've crossed out 2 teams on this one
Wow.
to make it more difficult. So it started off at Burnley.
Yeah.
Scottish link in here. It was a loan spell at Stirling Albion in 2008. 11 games and 3 goals. Followed by a loan spell at Barnsley. 2 teams crossed out. Burnley for 6 years. And currently playing for Wrexham. 1 cap for England.
Oh, no. I was just say Stephen Fletcher. but
I thought that Wrexham thing would get you saying Stephen Fletcher at first. So
Wrexham the now.
fair few goals throughout the career as well.
Yeah, respectable.
104 games for a team 2012 to 2017, where they made their 1 England cap in 2013. Now, I've been quite harsh with the 2 teams I've crossed out. I don't know why I crossed out the second one. That's really harsh. But 1 loan spell at Stirling Albion qualifies them for this.
Yeah, that's so wild.
Yeah, it's not one you probably know.
It's just the fact that they went to Burnley, that they started at Burnley and they went to Stirling Albion on loan.
Yep.
I find that random. Oh my.
1 England cap in there. I'll tell you the second team I crossed out, because I don't actually realise why I crossed them out now. This one's the 2012-2017 is the notable club. 2017-19 is West Brom. I don't know why I crossed it out, to be fair.
Okay.
I was in a bit of a rush on my train when I was finishing these off.
Oh my days.
So it depends how well you know the Wrexham team currently.
Yeah, I'm stumped here.
You can see by the goal scored, it's a striker as well.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
And I'll reveal the crossed out team if you're needing it.
Please, man.
The first crossed out team, 2012-2017, is Southampton.
I'm still a wee bit stumped here.
This is one I think you'll be like, oh, right. I remember him. Still playing.
Yeah, no.
Striker. And the
Striker
was part of that very successful core at Southampton, but was one of the very few that didn't like jump ship. You remember that team you had, Southampton?
Yeah. Oh no, this is annoying.
Pochettino early days.
Yeah, mate. I know. Oh no.
An English striker, 1 cap. Still playing.
I know. What on earth?
A lot of people tipped him to be top goal scorer for Burnley when they got relegated again. It's quite English Championship. 25 goals in 165 games when he returned back to Burnley.
It's not Ashley Barnes, is it?
No, it's not. That's not an awful guess, to be fair. That's quite a good pick.
No,
But he's not capped by England. He's capped by Austria, I think, Ashley Barnes.
really?
I think so,
That's
yeah.
a
I
really
think he's
weird
got
one.
like an Austrian Gran.
Wow.
Right, I think you need to pass this one.
Yeah, please.
It's Jay Rodriguez.
Shut up. No way.
Yeah.
He played for Stirling Albion.
11 games and 3 goals, yeah.
That's actually wild, by the way.
Yeah. Right, you're going to move on to your third one.
Cool. Let's do this.
A lot of teams in here.
Flip search, man.
Currently AFC Wimbledon.
Yeah. 2
years at Stockport. Scunthorpe, Yeovil, Dunfermline for a year. St Mirren, Falkirk for 2 years. Livingston, Southall, Burnham, Hazen, Yeading United, Tamworth, Southall, Brentford. 8 caps for Granada as well.
I know it already. I've got it.
Go on.
Miles Hippolyte.
Miles Hippolyte.
Yes. I saw. Yes.
I thought about crossing out Falkirk.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
To be fair,
There's so many clubs in there.
I think that I know Farley. He's still quite reasonably young, isn't it?
Miles Hippolyte feels like such a old school Scottish Championship baller, but he's still 29.
That's
which is
right.
wild,
Yeah.
Get him back.
He scored for Wimbledon in the playoffs.
Oh, did he?
The one that put them up.
Right, there you go.
I thought that was probably why you would have picked him or something like that.
No, I don't know. I just thought Miles Hippolyte was just quite good.
Nice.
Right, your next one. 2 teams crossed out on this one. Still playing 2024. Was at Partick Thistle for a year, Kilmarnock for 2, Falkirk for 1, Hamilton for a season, St Johnstone for 3, and a crossed out team they started their career at, where they were at for a long time.
No.
So last season, well,
One of the 21 appearances for
I
Falkirk.
feel like you can just about see.
I actually can't. So I'm trying to.
Right, look away for a second. I'm going to cover up the end of the name.
No, I'm trying.
Because you could work it out quite easily. So, yeah, joined Stanley. Revealed.
Oh, he's revealed that.
I thought you could see the IR at the end. Bottled it there. Stenhouse Muir is the final team. Joined them in 2024. All right.
Right. Oh, my.
Year at Partick Thistle before that. Kilmarnock for 2 years. Falkirk for 1 season before that. Hamilton Accies. And then a few years at St Johnstone. I can't believe I revealed the last team. I'm absolutely egg on my face. But you've not worked it out immediately. So.
Yeah, no, I haven't. Mate, I remember that. I can picture this Wikipedia page, which is really weird, right?
Oh, you're saying it. It's in front of you.
Pardon?
It's in front of you, mate.
I know, but no, but it's because I remember when I can remember this player signing for Falkirk, but I don't know who they are.
Okay.
I just remember the St Johnstone, the.
You know exactly.
But I don't remember that team. But I just remember the St Johnstone Hamilton. Falkirk.
I wouldn't have. I couldn't really recall them playing for Hamilton. Hamilton were a Premiership club then. I wouldn't have remembered that if you'd said, tell me all the teams this player's played for. I remember it now. Yeah. St Johnstone, I feel like he's quite well known for, to be fair. Quite iconic. And obviously at Stenny now. Remember him obviously last season. The season before. 2023-24, sort of last season. You know what I mean?
Oh, I've got it.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Okay.
Wait, I do actually.
Okay. Guess.
Because Falkirk's his first team as well.
Yeah.
And it's Blair Alston.
It's Blair Alston, yeah.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah.
If I left Falkirk there, I feel you would have got it a bit quicker. So. The first one.
Yeah,
First team. I feel it was quite... Well, good job.
That was good. I like that one. That was...
You're flying.
Yeah.
Well, Jay Rodriguez otherwise.
That one.
Next one. Player that plays for Pacific FC, formerly Hamilton, Rafe, Air, Partick, Alloa, Rafe, Queen's Park, Hearts. Quick stuff here. Go on.
Dario Zanato.
Dario Zanato.
Very good.
Good stuff, yeah.
I'm thinking, Canadian. All of them are linking up there.
I was trying to think of someone I could rule out here. There was nothing really too obvious on there, apart from the fact he's Canadian.
But if you took Queen's Park out, I feel like it would have done nothing.
Yeah, well, I feel like his second spell at Rafe's quite iconic.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it was
I feel like I just saw Hearts straight away, and I saw Wraith, and I saw Canadian teams, and I was like...
I thought about wiping out Canadian teams, but that would have made it really difficult. So,
yeah, really
good job.
Cheers, bud.
Right. Oh. We've got two more.
Right.
So this next one, few teams crossed out on this one.
Wow.
Started at Livi, had a loan spell at Stirling as well. That was also inspired by Jay Rodriguez. Then Leeds, two teams crossed out. Then West Ham, Aston Villa on loan, West Brom, Luton, and a team to finish it off. And also 28 caps for Scotland, 7 goals between 2011 and 2019.
Robert Snodgrass.
Robert Snodgrass.
Yeah.
Good job, mate.
Thanks. Yeah, because the last team would have been Hearts.
Oh, Midlothian is we spell as a centre mid.
Yeah.
Right, one player to go. Oh no. What? You've had him.
Yeah, we've had Miles.
We've had Miles. Oh, these just uploaded twice. I think that was the last. I thought that was 6. I was like, why is there one more?
Class. I love that, John.
Well done. You've done what? 5 out of 6.
Thanks, mate.
You happy with that?
Yeah, I'm really happy with that.
Don't know what's that as a number. That's a pretty high conversion rate. Like 84%, I think you got there. Well done, mate.
Love it.
You smashed it.
Cheers,
Right, we're going to move on. We've got 2 more challenges to come. Well, unless Fraser's actually... I think he might have hooked us up with a Tic Tac Toe as well. Oh, he has.
Oh.
Okay,
Lovely.
we'll do your teaser first and we'll jump onto that and then our 5-a-side draft. Okay, go for it, buddy.
I'm ready.
Lizzie McGuire still up on screen.
Still on the screen. We're open. There we go. Right. Here we go. You ready, Callum?
Open us up.
It is now time for our half-time teaser.
Let's go.
How are you feeling?
Confident.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
I've got my Super Cup.
Super Cup.
I'm ready. Let's go.
So, I came through Livingston's academy and have played for multiple Scottish clubs. And I have raced the English Premiership.
You haven't gone for Robert Snodgrass as well, have you?
No.
Okay, that was my first guess.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Robert Snodgrass.
Yeah, is that? No.
Okay.
Cool.
That'd be really embarrassing.
Next one. I have played with Darren Barr, Alfredo Morelos, and Kieran Trippier.
So Kieran Trippier, I mean, obviously Newcastle, Tottenham, had a spell at Burnley for a while, which it could be. This guy's probably played, most likely, definitely played for Rangers as well, unless it's a Santos player or something. But Livingston Academy is. I've got a guess here.
Go on.
I'm quite confident in my guess.
Right.
Is it Graham Dorrans?
No.
Ah,
No.
that's quite a good guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Next. In the last year, I have played against Lionel Messi.
Lionel Messi. Wow.
Yeah.
So we'll probably look at MLS here. I'm going to imagine.
Yeah.
Who plays in the MLS that this could be? I mean, Stuart Armstrong was out in the MLS.
Can I say, Callum, it doesn't have to be playing in the MLS anymore.
Okay, right. Well, Stuart Armstrong's not, but we've had Stuart Armstrong for one of these. He didn't come through the Livingston youth ranks. Oh boy, oh boy. That doesn't. I don't know why that's not helped me much. I feel like that should be a bit more of a giveaway. Have you got one more hint or?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got another guess.
Go on then.
Oh, I'm really confident. Okay. I've got it.
Okay.
I've got it, buddy.
Go for it.
Luke.
Yep.
This player is going to be the one and only Scott Arfield.
Yes.
That was good. That was. Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
How could I forget? He was brilliant at Burnley as well. What a player!
It was. He scored against Chelsea.
He was very, very good at Burnley centre mid. So got it.
Well done, mate.
Thanks, buddy.
Brilliant.
Right, we're gonna have a game of tic tac toe.
Brilliant.
Who's gonna go first?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Give me rock paper scissors. Right. Fraser from wherever he is. Probably, hopefully, you better be on his deathbed or something like that.
Flipping heck, son.
I hope he's not. That's the only suitable excuse for not being here. All right. So Fraser from his deathbed has sent us. Well, unless he's got work or something like that. But right, we're gonna play rock paper scissors. You ready? Rock paper scissors shoot, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I'll do it the
old school way.
I'll do it up on my.
Oh, of course you've got it. Stop looking. Stop peeking.
Oh, sorry.
Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Frick. Right, Wiki boy, you get to go first. I'm going to run through the board. Yep. So along the top, we're going to have a Scottish Cup winner, a St Mirren player, and a Championship winner. So a thing full of winners. So unfortunately, Ray Forever's players. And downside, we're going to have a Celtic, a League Cup winner, and a Dundee player. So after the recent Scottish Cup final, Bush. We've got a few. Oh, I've got a comprehensive list. I can just
very
go down.
good,
I can just go down that for my Scottish Cup winners. No, I won't do that. That's cheating.
Yes.
A few extra names. Luke, it's SBFL. Tic Tac Toe. Take us away.
Let's go. So I am gonna go Dundee Championship winner, and I'm gonna go Lyle Cameron.
Well, Cameron, good shout. Right, I've actually got a little pen here because last time we did Tic Tac Toe, we got a bit confused.
Yeah.
Right, so you've taken out the bottom corner.
Yes.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks, bud.
So in direct response to that, I'm gonna take another slam dunk here.
Go on then.
And it was actually where I wanted to go anyway. So I'm gonna take the top left corner. I'm gonna take a Scottish Cup winner that's played for Celtic. I'm gonna take a Scottish Cup winner in Celtic, Tom Rogic.
Solid. I love it.
Thanks, bud.
Okay. League Cup winner.
So you're going for middle line.
League Cup winner, St Mirren. No, I'm not. Oh my word. Sorry, mate.
Oh, I'm going to put the timer on you here, buddy.
I know. I'm going to go... Yeah, I'm going to go St Mirren League Cup winner. Just to fill the board.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with Jim Goodwin.
Very, very nice. Very nice. I'll take a gamble here.
Okay.
Because I don't want to take too long. I'll go for a Scottish Cup winner in Dundee, and I'm going to blind guess. You have to fact check this.
Yep.
Charlie Adam? Has Charlie Adam won the Scottish Cup? You've gone for a long type here. I thought you were just going to type in Charlie Adam. Oh. No Charlie Adam.
No.
I thought he might have won the Scottish Cup at some point. Not to be. Right, Luke, it's your turn.
Right. Yeah. League Cup winner. Championship winner. Can I do that? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. James Tavernier.
Yeah, you've got that. We'll be honest, we had to take a little pause just to write it out on paper because the two of us are so stupid. We can, the idea of trying to picture a board was absolutely killing us off there. So you've got two ways you could win this now. So I've really got to up my game. So I'm going to take another easy one because I don't want you to just have the slam dunk here. Scottish Cup winner and a League Cup winner. There's tons. I'll go for Callum McGregor.
Yep. Nice. Oh, no, I need to stop it here.
So you've got Championship and Celtic, Luke. We're going to have to put a bit of a timer on you here. This is quite a tough one. What's going through the old head here?
Hee-haw, mate.
Hee-haw.
Or Scottish Cup in Dundee. To stop you.
Or to stop me.
Oh my word. Celtic and Championship.
Yeah. Give me. I've got one for that one.
Are we talking about present Championship? Or any?
What do you mean? Second tier?
Yeah, like just any.
Yeah,
like
I guess so.
Play them both.
No, they've won Championship.
Oh, they won Championship.
Yeah.
There we go. Got it. Luke McCowan.
Yeah, he won it, didn't he? He won it.
Yeah.
Oh, well done, you win.
It's your son.
Well done, buddy. I was thinking Craig Gordon for that.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Dundee Scottish Cup. I don't know why I found that so difficult for a minute there.
Yeah, that's a challenge, man.
Yeah, I was going to put Craig Gordon top right, but well done. You win Tic Tac Toe.
Thank goodness. I needed to redeem myself a wee bit after.
Congratulations.
It's been a while.
Right, well, right, Luke, you're not Fraser. I almost called you Fraser there. I do apologise. You won Tic Tac Toe.
Yes.
We're going to do one more challenge. We've got to get to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
We've actually ran over our run time a little bit here, but we've got one more challenge. It's going to be really exciting.
Yeah,
we'll tell people it's going to be a draft of players that played for Falkirk and Rafe. So get thinking of players. We'll do it next week. We'll be back. Don't worry. You're not missing anything. Stay subscribed so you catch that. Stay subscribed so you can catch what happens at this event tonight. We're very excited.
We're very excited. It's going to be a good night. Just looking forward to taking in all the action, and we're going to do some challenges while we're there too.
Mate, as we always do. We're the challenge guys. I'm buzzing for it. Luke,
I'm so excited.
a pleasure as ever. Thank you for having me.
No problem at all, mate. It's been great to have you.
If you find out you're related to Liz McGuire in the next week, give us a shout.
Oh, yeah.
She could guest star. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Lizzie, if you're
Come on.
watching, stay subscribed.
Brilliant.
Subscribe and like. Anyway, that's Joga Bonito, episode 17, and it's finito.
Don't go changing.